Every single review just gives you a bunch of different features and you are still absolutely confused which is the best choice for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you just the very specific features that you actually need to pay attention to understand which is the best choice for you based on your specific case. And on top of that, I have some discounts and crazy bonuses if you use my affiliate links, so check out all of the links in the description.
When it comes to content contact automations, honestly, they have some of the basic automations, welcome series, all this kind of stuff, but it's really not that advanced compared to some of the other softwares. So I'm not really a huge fan. It's lacking some multi-trigger workflows, goal tracking, advanced event-based triggers. It's very basic, I would say, so I'll only give it a 6 out of 10.
By the way, I have created a document of 50 best growth hacks used by the biggest marketers out there. Check the link below.
When it comes to ease of use, it's pretty easy, beginner friendly, I would say. Not the easiest one out there, but not very difficult. Easy to navigate between the different campaigns, contacts, reporting, stuff like that. So it's an 8 out of 10.
By the way, I created a blueprint for the best business model out there, so check the description.
When it comes to landing pages, the builder is kind of basic, to be honest. There are some of the templates and they don't look too bad per se. It's functional, but again, like limited customization and design flexibility. No built-in A/B testing, so it's a 7 out of 10. When it comes to forms, you have sort of, again, all of the basic stuff that's needed, and you have some trigger tagging, basic automations, but the design is very simple and it does lack some of the deeper styling options. So again, it's basic but lacking, hence it's 7 out of 10. When it comes to newsletter designer, it has a fairly solid builder. It's not too bad actually. It has this brand kit thing that auto pulls your logo colors to build branded emails. But you also can do this with other softwares if you're kind of just duplicating the emails, duplicating the templates. It also supports A/B testing for subject lines, but not for full emails. So I would say it's maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. When it comes to e-commerce to store, they actually have this built-in store setup to sell simple digital products and physical products. It is very simple, so most likely you'll want to go to it with a different dedicated software. They do have integrations for Shopify, WooCommerce, Etsy, and they support some basic stuff like abandoned cart emails, but they don't really have much of actual e-commerce features, so it's a 7 out of 10. When it comes to unique features, it has this thing called event management where basically you can promote different tickets, RSVPs, reminders to like event pages. However, I will discuss this in the next step. And also they have social media posting and scheduling built in, which is something that's unique for email marketing software. So pricing for content contacts is kind of crazy, honestly. If we go up to 10,000 contacts, the first plan, the light plan, is $120 a month. And honestly, on this plan, first of all, you only have one email automation template, and they don't have most of the basic features like subject line A/B testing, all of these basic things you don't have. Like honestly, you're not really going to go with this plan because it's lacking too much. A lot of softwares that provide free plans, they have more features than what this paid plan has. So you will need to go at least with a standard, and most likely actually you will need to go with premium, and let me show you why. So with the standard, you do get a little bit more features. However, one thing to keep in mind as well is that it's 12 emails per contact. So you might also, before you hit the 10,000 subscribers, you might hit the limit in terms of how many emails you can send. And another thing as well here, when we go to automations, you will see that automation templates, you can only have 3 templates, and to create custom automations, you can't do that, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I really don't understand why they are doing this. No e-commerce automations as well if you're going to do e-com. So it's absolutely crazy that they don't include a bunch of this stuff. And even like these things like Facebook lookalike, ad targeting, if you're doing ads, that stuff is not included as well. So really, I absolutely hated that you're paying. This is some of the highest fees to pay for email marketing, and you still don't even get all the features. That's what I'm saying. You probably most likely actually will need to go with the premium plan, and that is $275 a month, which is probably one of the most expensive. Actually, aside from Active Campaign, it is the most expensive plan, and the features that you get are not even that good compared to some other email marketing softwares. So honestly, you get all the different features that they provide, but again, they're not as good as some of the softwares that charge 1/3 of the price. That's why I'm not really recommending it. So who is it best for? Honestly, as you see from the pricing, it's crazy overpriced. You'll also need to get the most expensive plan to get the main features. The other plans don't even make sense to me. So I don't recommend it just because of the price, and actually the features as well. You don't get the best features. I recommend other softwares over this one. Only way it could even make sense is if you're doing events. As I said, from the unique features, it has the event feature. However, then again, you might want to use a dedicated software for events that's going to be better. And this also doesn't come for free. It comes with additional fees that you're going to be paying. So probably it's still really not worth it. So AWeber has some of the basic automations that you might need, some purchase-based tagging, all of these sort of like basic things. The only thing here I would say is that it doesn't really have any multi-trigger workflows. It doesn't have advanced logic and goal tracking, deep event triggers. So honestly, it has most of the basic stuff, but just missing a couple of different things. Also split A/B automations, which is a pretty huge thing. So it's good for simple sequences, but not really great for if you want a little bit more complex automations. So I'll give it only a 7 out of 10. When it comes to ease of use, it's very straightforward, very beginner friendly. I think that's their target market. Clear separation between lists, campaigns, landing pages, very minimal learning curve. I do think there are a couple of softwares that are just a tiny bit easier to comprehend and just have a little bit nicer interface. That's why I'll give it a 9 out of 10. When it comes to landing pages, honestly, I'm not super crazy about the templates. They are kind of okay, I would say, style-wise. You can have a look for yourself on the website if you see if you like any of them. They do have 100+ templates, which is nice. Customizable blocks, video embeds, basic analytics, so all of those kind of basic things that you will need. It does like A/B testing, which some email marketing softwares do provide, and it could have a little bit more flexibility. So it's a 6, maybe even, it's a 7, maybe even a 6 for landing pages. When it comes to forms, they do have inline pop-up forms with simple customization. You can trigger automations, apply tags. Templates are, I would say though, kind of basic. They're not very beautiful templates, and design flexibility is limited as well. So it's a 7 out of 10. When it comes to newsletter designer, they have this drag and drop editor with some pretty solid, decent templates and dynamic content. The smart designer can help you to create branded email templates. I'll kind of showcase later a bit what this means. And you have A/B testing for subject lines, but no A/B testing for the actual email content. So it's a 7 out of 10. When it comes to e-commerce, you have built-in actually tools to sell digital products with Stripe. This is, I do have to emphasize, very, very simplistic. Also, there are some automatic product taggings, simple purchase triggers, so they do provide some of this stuff. No abandoned cart recovery or advanced product recommendations, so it's more of a 7 out of 10. When it comes to AI features, they have basic AI writing assistant for subject lines and email copy, and I'll talk about something else when it comes to AI.
that's related to this within the specific feature section. But other than that, no predictive send time optimization, no AI driven segmentation yet, no automations. So some of these things other email marketing softwares already have, so it's just a 6 out of 10. So when it comes to unique features, honestly, there's only one feature that I really can see, and that's AI newsletter writer. So basically they have this automate your weekly newsletter in your voice, and supposedly this is supposed to help you to automatically in your voice help you to draft newsletters, remind you when to send them, and you still can adjust all of the different things. This, I would say, is kind of just basic AI writer for your email, what other softwares provide as well, but they are kind of just packaging this as like this 100% automated AI newsletters writer. And perhaps if they develop more on it, perhaps this could be useful. So if you're writing a lot of newsletters and you want to try to have the easiest process with AI, this might be somewhat worth to look into. When it comes to AWeber pricing, it's pretty simple. However, there is one caveat you need to understand. So basically we can choose this plan between 7,500 and 10,000 subscribers. They have mainly two different plans. They have this done for you plan, and at least now they're running this promo. You can decide yourself whether this is worth for you. I would rather just do it myself, to be honest. But you have the Lite and the Plus plan. And billed monthly, the Lite plan is $100 and the Plus is $135, which is somewhere in that middle range. There are some softwares that are cheaper that I think provide more features than AWeber. But one thing here to note as well is that with the Lite plan, first of all, note that you get 10 times the subscribers, so basically 10 emails per subscriber. On this plan, you'll get 12. So again, you might run out if you have, let's say, 9,000 subscribers, but you're sending like 15 emails per month to them. It's not gonna be enough for you. Another super important thing is like you only get one email list. And well, if you're going to use the landing pages, only 3 landing pages and only 3 email automations. This, I think, is this and the one email list is absolutely killers for me. And also, aside from that, some of these sales trackings, some of them are, if we go into the actual features, you will see that, okay, behavioral automation, this is not included, branded click tracking links, this is not included. Some of these features are super important. So honestly, most likely you will go with a Plus plan. The Lite plan is kind of just there to anchor it. You're going to go with this, so you're going to be paying $135 a month. So it's not horrible pricing, but as I said, I think there are just better deals out there. So who is AWeber best for? I would say that it's just like a very simple email marketing tool. No very advanced features. Honestly, it doesn't really stand out to me much. If you see that, okay, you feel like this tool just fits you really well, then you might as well go for it. But honestly, I do think there are better tools out there, and they even come at better price as well.
By the way, I have also made an ultimate video comparing all of the different softwares, so go check that out, link in description. And don't forget, I have special discounts and crazy bonuses if you use my affiliate link. So if you enjoyed this, check out all of those links.